All right, or morning, I should say. Once again, everybody, we're continuing to follow the breaking news out of Minneapolis this morning following a shooting at a church. Again, it's a church with a connected school to it in Minneapolis, the Annunciation Church and School. It's a K through 8th grade school that's having its first week there as well. Shooting in that building, no active threat. We did receive word from our NBC affiliates who were waiting to throw to another special report on this that's expected to come up here in the next couple of minutes or so. But we did receive word last time we were on here that the shooter in this incident was contained. He's dead after a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So that was the latest we got on that. We did receive word as we're waiting to go to this NBC special report. We just received word from our parent company, Gray Television, their DC bureau, at least 5 children injured in a shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school. So that's the latest that we have on this so far. Again, we're expecting this special report to have a lot more information. There was supposed to be a news conference at Hennepin Healthcare on the number of patients that were being seen in this incident, but that got moved back. That was supposed to be at about 10:15, so now we're waiting for a press conference with Mayor Jacob Fry coming up in just a minute here with NBC. So we're going to throw to that when it becomes available. But again, just to recap the information that we have so far, a shooting this morning at Annunciation Church and School. It is a church as well as a K through 8th grade school. They're in their first week of school there, and there was also an 8:15 a.m. mass. And this incident happened about 8:30 this morning. That's all the information we have so far. Again, no threat to the public right now because the shooter is contained. Self-inflicted gunshot wound there. The shooter in this incident has been killed. Once again, self-inflicted gunshot wound. That's what we know on this incident right now. We're expecting a press conference with the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, coming up here in just seconds. As soon as it begins, we will throw to that and give you as much information as we are able to get from this NBC special report. So we will continue to monitor this feed. As soon as it goes there, we will go there live. I have the Facebook Live open here on our website as well. So if you have any questions that I can try to answer specifically, feel free to comment and we'll go and circle back to it. But for those of you just joining us, we're going to go over this one more time, just what we know about what happened at Annunciation Church and School in Minneapolis this morning. An active shooting there around 8:30 this morning. There was an 8:15 mass in the church side, and then as the first week back to school in their school as well, K through 8th grade student base there. We were supposed to have a news conference at Hennepin Healthcare on just the number of patients that are being seen because of this incident. That has not happened at this point. We're awaiting word on that as well. We did get word from Gray Television, the DC News Bureau there, at least 5 children injured in this shooting at Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis. So we're holding tight and waiting for an NBC special report. Again, I have the Facebook Live open here so I can see any questions that you may have. Feel free to ask. I'll answer to the best of my ability here. But it's just another situation that we're continuing to monitor. Again, last time we had this stream for one of their special reports, one of the contributors called this a mass casualty incident, and we know that at least 5 children have been injured. Gray Television giving us that information there. So yeah, we're still waiting on this special report to begin. It was set to begin around 10:30 a.m. We're waiting for a press conference with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry. We will, of course, take everybody to that as soon as it becomes available. But again, going to try to run through this one more time just for anybody that may just be joining us, may not know what's going on. First week of school here for this Annunciation Church and School, and it's a nightmare situation for many parents out there. A shooter at Annunciation Church and School in Minneapolis. No active threat at this time. Again, the shooter has been contained with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. There's still an active scene, obviously, there. We saw the live look from that NBC special report we had on here last time, a blocks-wide perimeter setup. There was a reunification zone nearby for parents to be reunited with the kids that they're getting from this building. Again, it was the first week back to school there at Annunciation. One of the contributors on the last special report called it a mass casualty incident, and we know from our parent company, Gray Television, that at least 5 children were injured in this shooting. So we've also gotten word from Gray that they are live at this press conference. So we're going to go ahead and try to get that going on here to see what we can see if we can get that press conference over to you. Again, we're also waiting for this this NBC News special report to begin. It was set to begin around 10:30. Obviously has not happened yet. We will, of course, send you over there as soon as that becomes available. But until then, let's see what we can get here. Bear with me, folks. We are just making sure that this live look is set up. And then we'll take you there. Okay, let's go ahead and take this feed. This is from our parent company, Gray Television. We'll be right back with hopefully this NBC special report here momentarily. Doesn't sound like we're getting any audio from this. Oh. No, it doesn't sound like we're getting any audio from this feed from Gray Television. So, okay, well, stay with us here at Valley News Live. We're going to continue to monitor this and try to, we're awaiting the start of this press conference. Again, as you can see, there are microphones set up, so it looks like we are indeed just waiting for this press conference to begin, but we're going to keep this live look up of the scene right there. You can see the caution tape in the background that officer stepping over. In the background of that is the church and school where this shooting took place. Looks like people are starting to gather around. Again, we're waiting on the live NBC News special report or this press conference to start from our parent company, Gray Television. Whichever one starts talking first is the one we will take you to. But again, just want to run down what we know so far of the active shooting this morning at Annunciation Church and School in Minneapolis. It's a grade K through 8 school. It looks like Mayor Fry may be approached. Oh no, wow, that's a quite the vehicle there for police there in Minneapolis. But it's been an eventful couple of day period for Minneapolis. There are numerous shootings throughout the area, and then this one, parents' worst nightmare coming through in the morning. Again, around 8:30 a.m., this active shooter at this Catholic church and school, which you can see in the background there, just to on the left-hand corner beyond those trees, that is the building in question. And from the live looks that we've gotten between the NBC News special report and this live feed that we're getting from our parent company, Gray Television, right now, a lot of children and parents still coming from this building. There is a reunification zone nearby, and so officials are still trying to sort everything out here for this breaking situation. We're still awaiting a live feed to begin for the NBC News special report or the press conference to begin on this end. Whichever side we get content first from, we will be sending your guys' way. So be sure to stay tuned right here as we follow this. Again, first week back to school, and you can see it on the bottom now. We do have it confirmed that 5 children were injured in this shooting at this Catholic school in Minnesota, Annunciation Catholic Church and School. That's the extent of the damage that we know so far. We do know that one person is dead, and that's the person who allegedly shot up the church and school. He has been contained with what officials are saying was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And we continue to await more details on pretty much every aspect of this. We don't know the extent of the injuries that the 5 children suffered. We don't know any other fatalities besides the shooter. We obviously don't have a motive, nor do we know the identity of the shooter at this point. You can see, though, still a very active scene in Minneapolis at Annunciation Catholic Church and School here. Again, thank you for joining us at Valley News Now as we continue to wait for either the NBC News special report to start or the press conference with Mayor Jacob Fry to start. no audio from this scene yet either. We have everything queued up here, and we are awaiting that. So we will be sure to have all of this as it becomes available. We do have an update here. We'll see what we got here. Oh yeah, this is an update. Thank you for that, Duke. U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar did release a statement on the shooting at Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis. The quote is, "I am heartbroken by the horrific violence at Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis this morning. My prayers are with the students, teachers, and families." She also says that she's grateful for the first responders who are on scene. Thank you for that. So that's the latest on that in the newsroom. Governor Walz announced that really quickly after this happened that he had been made aware and that his prayers were with the victims involved. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, they have gone away from that live feed. We will also go away from that feed. Well, again, we're awaiting the start of the press conference with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. It's supposed to be an NBC News special report. Obviously, that press conference hasn't happened yet, so we'll not be able to bring that to you. I think at this point we've kind of exhausted the details that we know here on this platform. So we're going to go ahead and shut this down for now. Be sure to stay tuned to Valley News Live on the air for when the special report starts, and then, of course, we will be pushing out any updates we get on this your way. So again, thank you for joining me. Apologies that we weren't able to get to that special report in time, but thank you again for joining us here. We're going to keep you updated with any information we get as it becomes available. But for now, for Valley News Now, I'm Devin Fry.